Hi friends, in today's video, I'll show you how to make this bed under 2 hours. You'll enjoy the entire process, not make any mistake, and by end of it, you will have your day bed ready. That's my promise. So do watch the video till the end. This is how the package comes, 3 palletized box and 2 mattresses, and these are heavy. So be careful when shifting. Use the technique what I am showing. This way there will be no scratch on the floor. And carefully cut the box. We'll be using this box as a base where we'll be doing the entire work, and that way we don't scratch the floor. So very carefully open the box and take all the items out. These are the items in box 1. These are the items in box 2. And these are the box 3 items, which also has accessories like screws, wrenches, etc. So be careful. I have a limited space, so I always like to organize before I start. Plastic packet 1 has this content, 2 this, and 3 this. You can match this with the instruction guide. That way you know you're using the right screw when you're fixing these bed. I used these 3 tools: paper cutter, the power drill, and hammer. You can just do with the screwdriver and hammer if you want. We are starting with the extending part of the bed. I have laid out the panels on ground for your ease. And then you see here, this is the closer look. So let's begin. You see each panel will have these holes where the screws will go. And once you understand this, you will not make any mistake. And on these panels, when you bring the panel which are going to get attached to each other, the holes will match, as you can see here. Now on the panel, I have these wooden blocks in my hand. If you understand this trick, you will not make any mistake hereafter. These blocks will go on the panel wherever these holes are not there. Keep it on ground and tap this. I'm showing this to you for camera. Do this with the other panel. Same thing, the wooden block, you place it wherever these holes are not there and then tap it gently. Tap it gently. Again, tap it gently. Since this is a start, I'm deliberately showing you a little different way. Once you place this board, you see this cam lock you place and screw it tight. And this cam lock will go where that hole was. I'll show you that soon. So once this is done, this cam lock you see here on the panel, this cam lock will go here on this hole. This will go here, this will go here, this cam lock goes on the other hole, and this goes here. That's how the interlocking of panel will happen. Now we are on the other side of this panel board. Cam lock goes here, then goes here. Remember, it will align to that hole on the other panel. So once this is done, again, we place the cam lock here. Here, the wooden slabs will come. I'll show you that in a little while. You see here, the middle one is where you will put this cam lock. One goes here, and then you can have a closer look here. This middle one, cam lock goes here. So this is done. Now we will place the wooden block on the other side of the panel. It will mirror exactly, except that these holes will be left. You will place this wooden block and then tap it slowly and carefully. So this one is done. Same thing with this panel, leaving those 2 holes. We'll place these wooden block. This is the closer look, and then this. So there is very little room for error because these blocks are made in such a way that it is going to fit easily in these holes. If you find that unusual, you know that you're doing something wrong. Tapping is done, and this is how it will look on both sides. We will keep this down and we'll take this L-shaped rail, and you see here, this is how it will be positioned. Look carefully. These holes will exactly match with the holes on the board, like this. So the rail, you see how that L-shaped rail will be. You screw the first hole and the last hole. Once this is done, you screw the remaining holes. And you see the position of the rail. So once the screwing is done, this part is complete. Now it's time to bring this side panel and match it with these holes, and these holes will be inwards as I'm showing, and then you'll bring that to lock like this. Be careful when you're inserting, align it first and then push it like this. So this is done. Same thing on the other side with the panel. The holes, as you can see, will be inwards. And now this cap has an arrow, and that arrow has to point towards this cam lock. And once this cap goes in, like this, push it, bring this cap on the other side with the arrow downwards and push it. Then with the screwdriver, rotate this into 180 degrees, upward arrow. Same with this one. And this way it will get locked with the cam lock. On the other side, we do the same thing. Tighten this with the screw, tighten this with the screw. Here, this plastic cap arrow will be facing upward, like I'm showing, and you place it. Okay, and just push it. When we lock the cam lock here, that's when we will turn this. Right now, we will just leave it as it is. We'll just push it with the arrow upward. On the other side too, we will do this. Push it and leave it. Push it and leave it. This is the drawer slide, and this comes in pair. As you can see, this is how the slide will happen. One portion will go to the bed, the other portion will be on the drawer. And to identify, this gray one will go with the bed, and the white one will go with the drawer. This is the frame dividing panel. You see these two holes. This is where the wheel will come, but for now we will rotate this and we will bring these drawer slides, the gray wheel one. Okay. You see, I have already kept in the direction it has to be. You just bring it like this, keep it here and bring this one down, turn this, and now add these washers to this hole. And then the one which is facing downwards, bring that towards you and place it. You see, this way you will have no confusion. Otherwise, people struggle here to find which side, and the wheel will be facing this way. So you align that to the hole, washer, and the slide, and then you place the screws. You can check the instruction for the screw size. As I've shown you the hack, you will make no mistake. Drill it down, and the same thing on the other side. Turn it, put the washers, and then this wheel will be here, and this one downwards will be here. Okay, that's where the wheel would come, I show. And you place this and then screw this on. Once you screw this on, tighten it. And then this is ready. This left and the right one will not have any washer. You just have to make sure that the direction is right. Okay, so you see here, I'm showing you the direction. This hole will match, and these are the screws which will go. So once you're able to see that the hole matches, you'll be able to see that for logic that this is correct positioning. Same thing here. You match with the hole and keep it here. So if you follow the way I'm showing, you'll have no room for error. Once you place it with the screw, you screw, just tighten this and drill it down. This is ready. Same thing with this one. Drill it down. Drill it down. And then drill it down. It's time to put the wheels. For the wheel, there are markings. You just bring that to that marking, which is easy to identify, and then screw the wheels. So it's all done. And now this panel is ready. So once the drawer is ready and this channel, the white one is on the drawer, this is how the slide would happen. So this is all ready now. What we will do is we will start putting this wooden block on both ends. You see this, the middle one will be black. That's where the cam lock would come. And now while all three have this wooden block, we will take this and the channel side will be inwards. We'll place it, slowly align it, and then push it down. Remember, this middle panel had two sides channel. We push it down, and the last one like this. Now we'll place this plastic lock, arrow pointing downwards, push it in, and tighten this 180 degrees. Here, we will only place the washer this side and lock it. And then same thing on the last panel again. We will come to this panel. Here you see, I have already placed the cam lock for your better understanding. You see here, this is where the cam locks will come. 3 here, and then 1 in between. So once this is done, these cam locks will come on these holes. Okay. So again, as I said, you will not make any mistake once you know the alignment of these cam locks. Tighten this. 1, 2, 3, middle one, and then 3 on the right side. So once this is done, you'll put this L rail. Again, this will match with the holes. Bring it here and see the positioning of L rail and the angle in which this L rail is. This will be inwards. Okay, you see, this is how it will be. We'll place the screws. You can check the instructions catalog for the screw size. Once we place the screws, we will tighten the first and the last hole first. This hole, and then this one. And once this is done, the remaining one will get tightened. So this is how it will look. Now we bring this here, position it carefully, take time, okay? Make sure the holes are aligned like this. And on the other side again, go and place it. Then there is one in middle one. So once everything is placed, tighten this like this, push it down. And then we will tighten this 180 degrees, this plastic cap on the other side too, here and here. So this below one, you see, we'll bring the cap here and the arrow will be pointing upwards and then rotate 180 degrees. So this part is done. Again here, tighten this. So now on these holes, okay, you'll have the longer screw which will hold both the panels together and give strength. So once you drill down, both this panel will become one. Same thing you do on the other side of the panel. Now we will pick up the slats. This is the slat from box 2. This one is box 3. How to differentiate? If you bring this both together, the taller one is box 3 and the shorter one is box 2. We'll be using slats from box 2. Okay. You'll make no mistakes. The shorter one we take and we will come and place it here. So here, this slat will go to the second hole on top, second hole to the bottom. So this is how it will be placed on the channel. So it will rest on the channel on both ends. This is where we will do the drilling. And this second hole, that's where we will put this screw. Again, you can look at the instruction for the screw. You place it and first place it on the bottom one. It's easier to drill than the top one. Once that is done, 12th hole, count 12. This is where the next slat will come. You place it at the bottom screw, tighten it. Then you do tighten the top one. Again, the second one from the right side, screw it. So once this is 3 is done, just bring this down. Now the 9 slats which were remaining, you bring that like this. Okay, 9 in number. And then these are the peg pins, 18 in number. You will place it on both ends and tighten it like this. This is done. Here I am showing how alternate hole have been left and this is placed. Okay, so like this. But since I have a very limited space, I'm showing you right now this is all placed. You can do this if you have good space. If not, if you have a limited space, then remove it and keep it like this. As we need space to work, it's time to build the middle panel. I have arranged here, you see, from the hole you can make from the distance how the positioning will be. Now it's time to put these wooden blocks. Make sure to check the instruction for the thickness. This is the thicker one. This will go here. Okay. The second hole from the outside. Second hole from the outside. Same with the other side. Once you tighten this, other side you will mirror it. Second hole here, second hole, and then second hole. This is the metal cam lock which will get placed here on this panel. Just rotate it, tighten it. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. Now it's time to place this L-shaped rail. You will match with the hole on the panel. And remember that the L-shaped rail's position. Taking this as a closer look, you can see now, you start placing the screw on the first one, last one, then tighten it. Once the first one and last one is done, then we will do the remaining one in between, all of the in-between ones. So we'll keep placing and tightening. Once the tightening is done and it is ready, So this is the cam wheel lock. It has an arrow. You can see here. Okay. And this cam wheel lock will go and sit on the cam wheel screw like this. Once the fitting is done, I'm just showing this to you. That's how the locking will happen and that will hold on. So for now, we will place on this hole. Okay. The arrow will be like this. Arrow will face like this. Okay. So it will be facing towards this way. The second one here, and the third one goes on the other side, facing towards outside, and then the fourth one. Now this is ready. We'll bring these panels together. Make sure to keep this panel in right angle to each other, and then you will bring this closer. Okay. So this is little difficult. You may have to take a support of your thigh to hold on, and with one hand you bring this closer and push it like this. Okay. So go slow. You don't want to damage anything. You see how I am lifting, and then bring that in right angle, and then try to push. Don't worry if it is not happening in the first time. Take time. You just want to make sure that it's all right. You push like this. Don't use any hammer for this. Once this is done, we will use this Allen key. You can check the instruction on the manual to tighten this lock. Once you insert, remember the arrow was pointing outwards. Now once we start rotating, this is how it will come closer. So take time, go slow, and tighten from the both end till you don't see any gap. Okay. And it's all done. You see this gap is now closed. This is the middle rail. It has two holes. So before that, these are the two holes on both sides. We'll put this washer, and then on the hole above, we will put this screw and tighten it. And the bottom one is like this. So one goes this side and the other one. Then we tighten this. We do the same thing on the other side, push the washer and put the screw. Check the instruction for the screw size. And then this one, which is goes like this, and then tighten using the Allen key. So this is the smaller Allen key, which you will be able to see in the instruction. So once this tightening is done, this is ready, and we will move this like this. Now from the box 3, we will take these wooden slats. These two holes you see, make sure to see these two holes. Okay. And then we will bring this L-shaped brackets. You see the positioning. L-shaped bracket goes on and matches with the hole. And then we will screw this L-shaped bracket. So again, very less chance of error. So once this is ready, you bring this slat here on the left side, and you see this is the protruding one. And see carefully how this is placed. The slat, how the bottom is resting here and the top one is resting. You can pause the video and see, and this is where the screw will go. You see, the screw goes in like this and then like this. So the left one is done. Then we do the same thing on the right side, the first hole from the right, and make sure to check the placement, how this is resting. Okay. And it's time to put the shoes. I'll show you how to place this. This is my way, and I'm just making sure that on both sides, the distance is equal. I'm marking this with the shoe nails You see, this is how marking is done. Same thing I do at the bottom to make the distance equal. And then once that is done, place it and then just push it in. Same thing on top. Go over that place where I did the punching and then push it in. So 4 sides, all 4 done. Now unpack the remaining slats and bring it down and then place the support peg pins like this on one side. Okay, place it and then push it down. Do this gently. Make sure it is resting properly. And then this part you bring to the hole, okay, from the inside and then this way. Remember I said, make sure you're doing it right. Drill the screw on top and do this for remaining slats. So once this is secured, this is how it will look. And closer look, this is the pin. Don't worry if it is loose because it will come and rest here. So just make sure that the peg is firmly inside the wood. Now, because of the space constraint, I had kept it like this. I'll be moving the middle one to the front and this one will go behind. Now you will see how the shape will form. Bring it down carefully, push it back to the wall, and then bring this middle one in front and carefully. I'm doing this. So I had to take help here. Remaining so far, I was able to do alone. This part I had to take helping hand. And then once this is placed like this, you see this gap, this is where it will go in. We will place the remaining slats now. And that was the reason why I had removed that earlier. And this angle, what is there, this will come and rest here. And that will ensure that both these panels are interlocked and it is not coming in front. So this one comes in. Now we will get these slats. So if you remember, I had already done this. I'm just showing this again so that you don't forget, and place it like this. We'll place on remaining holes, alternate holes. Okay. And once that is done, you will have something like this. You see here, that's where this will slide and go in. So I hope this makes sense now. Now we will bring this closer to each other on both sides, push it, and then you see this angle I have brought it on this side, it will come this side. Same thing I will do on the other side. Bring it like this, slowly. And once this is done, this is now aligned and ready to be pushed. So once you push, this is done. You see here. So the major work is done. This is how it looks now. And by now I have started to lose my patience. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take this mattress out and just place it over to get some more sense of accomplishment. I'll open both the mattress. Now this mattress takes about 72 hours to come in full shape. So once mattress is placed, now the last part is making the drawer. For that, I have positioned the panels, you can see, and also I have kept the cam lock and the wooden block. By now you would know the logic, where the cam lock goes and where the wooden block. So 1, 2, The cam lock goes here, screw it, 1, 2, cam lock goes here, 1, 2, cam lock goes here, and then 1, 2, cam lock goes here. So remember this and this. So this part is done. Now we will place this wooden blocks, second one and the last one. So tap it. Same thing on the other side, 2 and the last one. Tap it. So this is done. Now bring this together to lock. And this is an easy one by now. You know how to set this up. Just push it in, and then you see these holes will be on the outside. You will place this plastic lock with the arrow down, and then tighten with the screw. Same thing on the other side. The other side, you place the plastic lock and then tighten it. So this part is done. Now you see this hole. We'll bring this metal bracket and the screw, and the shorter side of the metal bracket, this is the longer one, okay? The shorter side will be placed like this, and then we will tighten the screw. So I'm keeping on my side. Once it is tightened, I'm just rotating. You can do any which ways. It has to face like this, and you see this longer one, you will be able to see like this, okay? And now we will bring this bottom part. The white one will be inside and this one will be outside facing that bracket, and we will depression that is there in the wood. So once you push this and fit like this, bring this panel, you see this line, this will be coming onto this like this, okay? And then bring this with this panel where the depression is, and then push it on this side. So once the alignment is done, match the alignment, bring this bracket and screw this like this. As I said, you can check the instruction for the screw size. Now these plastic pins, 4 in numbers, 2 on this side, 4, we place it and tap it slowly, push it in. This will lock the panels. Do this on the other side, tap it gently. Make sure the holes are aligned and then tap it. So once this is done, you would see that the bottom is not very sturdy. So don't step on it. Don't put any heavy items. And it will hold on to lighter items like bed linen and pillows. Now for the drawer, we are left with the handle and the side railing. So this side railing, the white one, you see here, okay? And the screw, you can see how I'm keeping this. The bottom part is seen on your side and the wheel faces like this. And you will, once you place this, it will fit with the hole which is on the panel. So once that is done, just tighten the screw. Go ahead and tighten the screw. Turn it and do on the other side again. Channel will come and sit on this panel's hole, match it and tighten the screw. Now we'll place the handle here. This is the handle and the screw. So the handle, you see, these are the 2 point You'll place it like this and then tighten with this screw. Place it, secure it, and then I'm showing this to you in another angle. Tighten this. So this is how the placement will be. You see, this will be facing down. Yes. You see this rolling wheel? This will slide here, and that's how it will get secured. So just align into that slide slowly and then push it in. So you see, this is the mechanism. It's all good. We will ready the other drawer now in similar fashion. By now, you know how to exactly do. Repeat the process, drill it down, and then make the other drawer in same manner. And this is how the final bed will look like.